Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. We're already at episode 3. Can you believe it? Today is going to probably be the final day of brewing Papers and Slippers, and I'm going to be using the French press to do that. Keeping more or less control on everything else, such as the water temperature, but with the French press it suggests a different grind. But again, thank you so much for tuning in, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and use the Taco Bell icon. And last and finally, but not least, I am looking for a sponsor for this channel. Thank you so much. Alright, so here's some examples of the beans for Paper and Slippers. It looks like a blend of different type of roasts for this particular coffee. As you can see, the medium roast beans and some kind of darker roast beans in there as well. Alright, I'm going to grind some of this up for my French press. Alright, we're back in the dirty kitchen, and for episode 3 here, we're brewing again Paper and Slippers, but this time today, this contraption over here, which is called a French press. I believe it's from France. So, actually I should heat up my water a little bit more. Let me get to 185 real quick. So we've been keeping the consistent temperature over the last few episodes, so we're going to brew today at 185. Again, Paper and Slippers, medium roast coffee. Today I did go with a different grind. French press is going to suggest something more like a coarse grind. I know it's a little dark, so when I pour it into the French press here, I'll get a little bit better exposure. But we'll be brewing it today with our French press and putting it in there and letting it brew for about 5 minutes to brew and steep. But it looks like my water's over 185, so I'll go ahead and get it started. Alright, here's your pour of the medium coarse grounds into the French press so you can get an idea of the consistency. And again, I'm not doing measurements of coffee nowadays, but I think this is just about right for this French press. And again, I'm going to let it steep for about 5 minutes or so. Alright everybody, looks like one of the last days I'll be brewing Paper and Slippers. Throughout this video I probably said coffee and slippers a few times, so I had to correct myself. But yes, today I brewed in the French press. I used a medium to coarse grind, or coarse to medium grind I guess you would say, to brew this one. That's what the kind of suggested method is for brewing with the French press, and still use the temperature of 185, and had a very different flavor profile than the two previous tastes. So again, kind of a blend of 3 different beans within this bag of whole beans. Coarse grind. I found that this flavor profile now was more on the sweet caramel and chocolatey side, with still kind of earthy flavors once it got a little bit cooler. But I did find a big pop of caramel with the first couple tastes when it was nice and hot. And then I did want to speak on the crema of the coffee. I actually did notice that when brewing today with the French press, there was just a little bit of foam on top, which I think added a lot to the appearance, even though I still rated a 3. So it was just a casual serving type. The color of the coffee when coming out, when pouring, was on the lighter side. This scale is a 1 through 4, so it was a 2 on the overall darkness. Appearance, I gave it a 3. Aroma was down, it being kind of a coarse grind. I didn't feel that I got a lot of aroma from the beans or the brew. The taste and overall rating of this coffee, I would still give it a 3. I would suggest that it's at your local routes for about $9 a bag or so. So check it out. I hope you liked my videos on Paper and Slippers. On to the next one.